Hi, today we are going to cover the chapter Our Government from class 5. So let's see. Okay, so in our country, our own India, we have which type of government? So we have democratic republic with parliamentary system. So what is it? Let's look around. Here, now we'll start from constitution, which gives us the power. That means a country is running through the powers given by the constitution, and it became effective in January 1950. So according to it, it has political divisions, that is 28 states and 8 union territories that we see around. And in this map, I have tried to show you different states, and these are some of the territories and the states that have been marked just for an idea. So, moving ahead, now we'll talk about the difference between the state and the union territory. The state and the union territory, as it is written, it is a large area, it is a small area, it elects its government. Further, union territory, it is ruled by the central government or the union government. It has a larger population as compared to the union territory. Of course, it is a bigger area, so it will have a big population also. And in the union territory, it has a smaller population. A state is administered by a chief minister, while the union territory is administered by the lieutenant government that is further appointed by the president. That we'll talk about later. The chief minister is elected through an election. The lieutenant government is appointed by the president. The government is the head of the state, and here the president is the head of the union territory. So these are the basic things that you should know. That is it. Now, what is the function of both? Now, both work together on laws, public services, and justice delivery. That is the betterment of the people living within the country. So, the union and the central government means they make national laws, handle matters of national importance, while the state government makes state laws, handle state specific matters. That is, it is restricted to a very small area as compared to the country. Here, now, how are they chosen or say elected? Of course, the people living in the country choose the governments through vote. They vote in the elections and choose the governments. So let us see further. Vote. So who can vote? The voting eligibility, it is 18 years and above. Citizenship, he should be a citizen. He or she should be the citizen of India. The frequency of election is 5 years. That means the term of the election when the government is chosen, they work for 5 years. Now, who holds the election? That is the responsibility of Election Commission of India. It conducts election, ensures free and fair elections. The authority is it manages both the central and the state elections. Now, how is the Parliament of India formed? It is formed with the President of India, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha combined together. So, President of India is or she is the head of the country. Lok Sabha, it is the lower house. Rajya Sabha is also known as the upper house. So now the central government. So whenever you see here the symbol of this is used by the government of India. And recently the head of the country or the party that is in the central government is our honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. Okay, now the state governments. Okay, further we'll skip this. We'll talk this later. Or shall we do it the state governments? Fine, we'll do it later. The difference between the Lok Sabha and the Raj Sabha. Election procedure. The Lok Sabha members are directly elected through the elections, while in the Raj Sabha, elected by the state legislative assembly members. Okay, so this is a basic difference. You should always remember this. The age criteria for the Lok Sabha, it is 25 years, and for the Rajya Sabha it is 30 years. Any person who wants to represent as a member, he should be of minimum this years. Now the term of the Lok Sabha is for 5 years. For the Rajya Sabha, it is 6 years. But in a condition, in every 2 years, one third of the members retire and new members are elected. So this is how the whole of the members are maintained in this. Now, who is the head or the chairperson of the House? The Lok Sabha Speaker is the head of the House, and in the Rajya Sabha, the Vice President is the chairman of the House. And both are elected by the members within them. The main purpose is to conduct the proceedings smoothly. Now, composition. The Lok Sabha. Member strength is 552. Members represent states and represent union territories. Also, in the Rajya Sabha, the maximum strength is 250, out of which 238 members are from the states and 12 members are nominated by the president. So, this is what you have to remember in this. Okay, so the names. Now, the Lok Sabha. What are the members of the Lok Sabha known as? These are known as the MPs, members of parliament. As well as the Rajya Sabha also, they are also known as the MPs, members of parliament. Yes, dissolved, right. They can be dissolved by the president, Lok Sabha. But Rajya Sabha is a permanent body and cannot be further dissolved by any of the authority. Now talking about the president, our honorable president, she is Draupadi Murmu right now. So this is for the current GK. Let's talk why we are looking at this. The president is the head of the country and the term for it is 5 years. And how is the president elected? Members of the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, state legislative combines. So this is how the president of India is elected. Now how the central government is formed. So let us look around. Okay, so now here you are looking at the various states within the country. So now some people as a representative come out to serve the country. So there may be many persons. So we have a lot of population. So we need representatives who can work for the betterment of the state and the country. So this is how the members from various places comes together and they represent themselves as the representatives, that is via elections. Now let us have a different look. But if there are many people, then how they are going to be elected? Because there need to be a party. The party runs the country, not every individual person. So there are some of the national parties in India. So I have just shown as an example here. They contest within the parties. So the party, they make faces at particular places and the representative from that places represent themselves as the person nominated by the political party and they contest for the voting procedures. So these are some of the parties. You can have a look and then moving forward again. So majority party identification. Now we have talked about the voting election commission of India and the political parties. So majority means the one who gets the maximum vote are called the majority party. Fine. So now party who wins more than 50% of the total seats forms the government. Okay, so now what exactly is this 50%? If we suppose that in a particular area there are 100 people residing in that, so to be a winner, he or she needs to get more than 50% of the votes. So then only it will be known as a majority. And likewise, from whole of the country, the winning persons forms a winning political party. So this is how the government forms. So indirectly or directly we say that the number of representative who wins have the majority to form the government. Okay, now what happens if no party gets majority. So, well, in this case, they do handshake with each other and form a coalition government. So, this is something like they get the majority by saying that let gets together and form the government, and this is called coalition government. Okay, now how is the prime minister appointed? Fine. So we talked about the president, and now it is about the prime minister. Now, majority party or the coalition party, they elect a leader within themselves because a party itself have many elected members. Now, who will form the prime minister? Because the prime minister is only one. So within themselves, they elect their leader. Then the president appoints this leader as prime minister. Now the prime minister becomes head of the Lok Sabha. So PM forms the union cabinet. Then the prime minister form their own cabinet. So cabinet is council of ministers. So he gives the responsibility to the rest of the members according to their qualifications or their, I should say, specialities, right? So ministers can be from the Lok Sabha or Raj Sabha. This is how the government runs various departments because there are various departments to work like education, roads, and constructions. Many of things are there. So as per their speciality, it is the responsibility of the prime minister to make the council of ministers to run various administrations efficiently. Now we'll talk about the state governments or the state legislative assembly. So government of India we talked about it works for whole of the country. Now the state governments or the state legislative assembly. So members are directly elected through the elections. Election procedure is the same. Okay, fine. The term is of 5 years. Members are known as the MLAs, members of legislative assemblies. So who is the head of the state? It's the governor. Who is the head of the government? It is the chief minister. Same as in the union government, we have seen they choose their leader. The same thing happens here also. So there are a lot of members who wins within the parties, who they elect their own leader, and the leader becomes the chief minister. And in the union government, it becomes a prime minister, and in the state, it becomes the chief minister. That is all. I hope so. You got the chapter. Thank you.